Okay, MAVIC, here I come. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So here we are at the pond, Waterfall Pond. I actually lost my MAVIC in about 6 months ago. Now, of course, the MAVIC is probably going to be completely useless by now, but I just got the Gladius underwater ROV submarine in. It's a remote control wireless submarine. It's got a little controller. You put your phone in and you can see the FPV from the camera, and it also records in 4K. So this is going to be fun. It's got these big LED lights on the front. I'm going to dive it down in there. We're going to go look for the MAVIC first, kind of do a reconnaissance, and then I figured out a way to just kind of jerry-rig a little hook on the front, attached through the little ballast module. So if I find it, if I can spot it, I'll go ahead and put this hook on and try to hook the MAVIC and bring it up. Of course, if this gets stuck, or if I can't pull the MAVIC up, I also brought a mask and fins, and I got my son here also to help me out and try to recover this thing if anything happens. So this is going to be fun. Hang in there and enjoy the search and rescue of the MAVIC Pro in this. I think it's about 20-30 feet deep, so this should be fun. So hang in there and let's get started. Okay guys, so here we go. Got the Gladius in the water. It's powered up. Just need to lock on to the Gladius wireless, and it looks like it's connected. You know, I should tell you guys, I was gonna do a live stream, but as you can see up at the top of the screen here, there's no cell phone coverage. You can see the little X there. So nowhere around here I could find any cell phone coverage. So I guess we're gonna you know, not do the live stream, but anyway, I'll just record the screen here, and also you'll see my hat cam, of course, and the 4K footage on the Gladius. So let's get started. The sun just came out, and I'm going to arm it in, I guess I'm going to start in stabilize and just go out to where I think it is, and then we'll dive down. So pressing start to arm, and there we go. So we're in stabilize. It's going to try to keep itself level. And we're going to kind of go down and dive and go find the MAVIC if we can. And this thing is going to just let line out as it needs it. Now keep in mind, I am in the lowest power, so it's going to kind of fight this cable a little bit. I'm like full throttle forward. I just want to go like really slow, just so I don't run into any rocks or anything. So maybe I should actually turn the power up a little bit. Let's go into the power setting and maybe get to, you know, around, let's try for around 64%, and you'll see that we have a lot more power, and then we can always go back down. There we go. Now that thing can push down some line. Wow, so really green down here, that's for sure. So line of sight, I can still see it in the water there. I just want to get to around where I think the MAVIC is, right about here. I want to make sure my 4K is recording. I think the 4K stops when you go into the settings. So right here is kind of where it should be. And I'm going to turn off stabilize, go into manual mode. And I'm going to turn the lights on full blast now to 100%. And just kind of go down, see what we can see. So facing down. And the cool thing about this graphic here is you know, at least you can see how your device is oriented. So as you can see, I really can't see anything down here. So this graphic is helping me see the orientation of the sub. So just kind of go down. I do have the lights again full blast, remember, and I kind of want to face it straight down. Maybe I should turn into stabilize, just to give me a pure downward shot. Okay, there's the bottom. Now all we have to do is kind of search for the MAVIC. And the question is, which way am I headed? Okay, it looks like the ground's sloping up that way, so I'm going to turn it to the left. and try to go into the deep end here. Keep it as stable as possible, of course. Okay, so as you can see, not much visibility down here. I wouldn't be able to see anything without the lights, so that's good that we have the lights. So this may take a while to search for the MAVIC. Okay. And it's probably going to be all covered in muck if it's still down here. You know? I have no idea. We may not find anything. There we go. We're getting pretty deep and dark. Okay. So I think I'm kind of hitting the bottom a little bit. Just creeping along. Seeing if I can see anything that's of a non-rock nature. I'm gonna try to come back up and just see exactly where I am. Boy, this is a little more difficult than I thought it would be. So we're full pitch up. Okay, so that I should be right in this around the right area. This is exactly where I lost it. So we're gonna go back down to the bottom. Just going all the way down to the bottom here. I don't want to go too fast and break the glass on the screen, so I'm just going slow. There we go. So in this situation where you can't see anything, it's really good to have this green graphic. Of course, they updated the app so you can turn this off, so that's great. There we go. Whoa. So we made it. We made it down. Okay, let's get our nerves a little neutral here. Wow. So it's really murky and hard to see down here, that's for sure. So all we can do is search around. I'm just going to cruise right around in this area. Looks like there's a little ledge there that goes up probably to where the waterfall is spilling in. I just want to be really gentle. So as you can see, I've got to really get right on the rocks before anything's really visible. So this is going to be quite tough. I'd imagine the MAVIC might be, you know, kind of nestled in somewhere. I'm going to go switch to manual mode. There we go, we're in manual. Oh, there's our depth. Okay, we're 20 feet down, so it's just about what I thought it would be, between 20 and 30 feet. So you see the depth over there on the top left. So it definitely is 20 feet deep here. That's why it's so dark. Anything that looks out of the ordinary, that looked like a little stick there. Let's go check that out. Nope, that was just a little branch. Let's just keep going. It could possibly be covered by some soot, you never know. Okay, it looks like we're getting a little shallower. So I would think it's not going to be this shallow. But it may be washed up. If the river raged, it may have pushed it a little further out. Now keep in mind this is a search and rescue mission, so I don't even have the hook on it yet because I don't want to take the risk of getting caught on anything yet before I even know it's there. So I don't have the hook on there, just searching for it. And I really hope I don't miss it because of course the 4K is going to be the one that's really going to be able to give you the image, the high definition image. My FPV isn't going to be as good as the 4K, obviously. I do have the light still full blast. Okay, so we're kind of turning a little bit towards me again. So really the best way to do this, it seems, is just to kind of slide the belly on the bottom and just search, just like this. Oh, getting into some logs that look like they could be MAVIC arms. Nope. Okay, we're getting over there to the left, kind of in the shallows. But like I was saying, you never know. It may be getting pushed up into shallow area from the raging water. Gosh, I may very well have just passed it, you know, guys. Oh. So we're getting onto some solid slate rock here. This is interesting. Just going off the ledge of the slate of rock, kind of resting on it. And you can see our battery power is at 83%. We're at 18 feet deep. Dropping down. Oh boy. This is murky down here. So I'd imagine right here is going to be the deepest part of the pond at 20 feet. We're just under where the water comes in. You can see where I've been kind of scraping the muck off the rock. I'm searching. I'm in the deepest part, 20 feet. There's that wall of rock. If I can't find anything in this deep part, I'll just start working my way out. I still have quite a bit of battery, so at least we'll, you know, kind of be able to know if it's in here on this mission. I hope the line's not like wrapped around rocks. Where are you, MAVIC? Where are you? That looks like a stick. Boy, you know what? I'm wondering how much rubbish is wrapping around the propellers. That could be an issue too. I didn't even think of that. What's that? It's like a little hole there. It's like a little shelf rock. Check that out again. It's definitely not a MAVIC arm. That's just a stick. This looks like a log. I am fighting the bottom. Fighting with the bottom. I need to go up here and then face down. Wow, I'm right underneath the waterfall on that ledge. Oh boy, I hope I didn't lose my position. Whoa, so see that rock? There's like a big rock. Kind of on its own there. See that thing? It's a freshwater shark! Or maybe that's just a big log, dead log. Who knows? Full throttle forward. Boy, I'm full throttle and I'm not going anywhere. Oh boy, okay, we're getting into some sticks. I better be really careful here. Looks like there's a big tree branch. See that tree branch? So this is where I need to be very careful not to hang up the tether. I need to not go under there. And just go down to the bottom again. See if our MAVIC is laying here. It sure would be nice if the FPV wasn't chopping out so much. Anyway. So you see that branch, I don't want to like go under in between that, because that'll be disaster. Oh geez, let's get some stability here. My finger. Coming on up. Whoa, there's our branch again. I really hope the tether is not. Let's go up to see if we can see the waterfall. Whoa! It's pushing me around because I think we're right where the water's coming in. Let's try to see if we can surface. See where it's at. Full throttle up. There it is. See it there on my hat cam? Okay. So that's stabilized mode. I wonder if my tether's caught. No, it looks like the tether's okay. Okay, come on, thumb. Control yourself. Okay. So all we can really do is just keep searching. Facing towards me now. Just go kind of around in circles. Yeah, this is tough. This is like a needle in a haystack. It's tougher than I thought. Somebody may have got it from my last video. Or maybe washed down the river. Since the MAVIC does kind of have a wide stance and the arms are sticking out, I would assume that we would see a leg sticking up somewhere. That's just a leaf. Lights are still on 100%. At least I don't think I've dropped connection yet on the wireless because it's right next to me, so that's good. It's just that kind of occasional chop that's kind of irritating. There we go, seeing the bottom. See if maybe it drifted over here somewhere. Perfect, here we go. I can just kind of scan the bottom. Anywhere? Don't see it. I'm going more that way to the right now. Continuing the search. 69% power. So this will be a good indication of how much time this thing has, guys, with the lights on. So the MAVIC, like I was saying, could be just right like this. You see how there's these sediment all on these branches and stuff. It's probably going to be looking like that, just a little more man-made. Leaf. This will be a good like durability test too. We're doing a search like this and sliding over rocks and stuff. Just keep going. Stopping, reversing a little bit. It looks like that's just logs. Okay. Oh, those are just rocks. Oh! Hey, there's a prawn. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna have to go over him. Anyway, first prawn encounter. It might be all coming out now, like, what the heck's this thing? So I'm disturbing their territory. Still sliding and looking for the MAVIC. Oh, don't hit the camera. Holy smokes, you can see that the motors are just stirring up crazy amount of sediment here. Surprised they're still working. .64% power and no sign of the MAVIC yet. So it's like I can be in stabilized, but then when I kind of hit a slope, I want to go into manual so that it won't keep trying to stabilize into the slope, you know what I mean? I can kind of just slide up the slope in manual mode, so a good little technique if anybody was wondering. See how I can just kind of slide up the slope here and not have to worry about it. Fighting to keep level, you know, using battery power and stuff. Gosh, I could see being here all day looking for this MAVIC. I thought I might have spotted it already, but you never know. Well, I'm just going to continue on. It is kind of neat to see what's down here in the abyss of this pond, that's for sure. Sticks. We're at 17.5 feet. Working our way from the right to the left of the pond. No sign of it yet. We should be seeing MAVIC arms sticking out with propellers on them or something. But I am not seeing anything of the sort. So here's what we can expect with the lights on full blast, guys. It's lasting a very long time, 62%. I pretty much have a constant pitch on it just to keep it sliding over the rocks for the search. Whoa, big log. This is where it gets scary on getting the tether wrapped around stuff. See that log wedged in there? No MAVIC yet. Gosh, I wonder if somebody grabbed it. That saw my last two videos. Who knows? Not seeing anything that looks like a MAVIC. Wait, what is that? Oh, those are leaves. Okay. Thought that was maybe one of its feet sticking up. That's where the boogie monster is. Underneath this big log. Is that a log or a rock? I don't know. I can feel it pushing me back. So there's some current here. Now the waterfall is pushing like this big log is just sitting here right at the bottom of the main waterfall. Very neat and dangerous for my tether to get stuck on. Oh no, am I gonna get stuck here? Did I just go under something? Actually, this might be a good spot to look for it, because you know, it may very well be. If this is where all the trees and stuff end up, maybe it's right down in here somewhere. Uh-oh, this is getting risky. When I see branches hanging, I get scared for that tether. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do is try to come on back towards me a little. Whoa. Wow, there are some interesting features down here. Let's stop the recording for just a sec. Let the camera save that. And then start recording again. What's this? Stick. Well, I definitely have the right tool for this. 56% power, lights blasting. Manual mode. Seems like manual mode's the one to have this in for this type of deal. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a zigzag back towards me. Just going you know, maybe 10, 15 feet in each direction. Turning and then slowly coming back towards me. Looking for MAVIC arms. If I missed it, maybe one of you guys will see it on the video on the 4K, and definitely let me know in the comments below if you do see it, and I'll come back and try and figure out where I was and try again. But we're not done yet. So far, sticks, sediment, rocks. We saw one prawn. You can see how I'm working my way back to the shallows. We're at 16.5 feet now from 20, which was the deepest. If I see anything interesting, I'm just double checking it. But you know, that MAVIC, it's got the arm sticking out, so unless it's resting perfectly flat, it really should be some kind of protrusion. Still looking. I'll turn back. That's nice and easy. What's this? Let's check this thing out. That's just, what the heck, is that just a leaf? We run into it. Whoa. I think that's just a leaf, but let me check. Yeah, that's just a leaf. You can see it bending from the current. Okay. What's this, a log? Little log. Bugs on me. Just waiting to stumble upon it. Trying to do a grid pattern. More sticks. So right about like 17 feet, we can start really seeing the light from the sky. You see what happens right here if I just stop and switch off the lights for a second. Interesting. So maybe a little easier to find it if we have just partial light. Turn the lights back on. I can save a little power. Just have maybe some partial light here. What's that? Just a rock or a piece of wood. Cool. Well, this is actually kind of a little bit easier to see the bottom now, but I think I'm getting pretty shallow. I can't imagine it being this shallow. Turning the lights off for a minute. Cruising at 10 feet deep. Turning the lights on, full blast. Okay, that's 100% light. Let's see, oh, FPV chop, come on. Well, there's under the rock. Nothing going on there. Just gonna skim around a little bit shallower. Let's see what we can see. Wow, look at this. Maybe it's caught in some of these rocks here. I don't even know where the heck. Oh, I'm way over there. Okay. Let's go up. Reaching. There it is. 47% power left, guys, and I'm just still looking. I'm kind of almost gave up already just because I really can't see anything. But I'm just going to keep going a little bit. Since I'm here, might as well just try to do as much as possible here. I'm going to stop the camera here and search around a little bit. If I find something, I'll pop back in, just because I don't know how much more memory or oh, it looks like the 4K stopped. Not sure how much more memory I have or battery power, so I'm gonna cut out for just a sec and I'll pop back in if I find something. Well guys, wow, so that was a while. I'm down to 16% battery power now, and I think I've been looking for a while, and there's 3 things that may have happened, or 4 actually. Of course, the first one is it got washed out through a big raging river. The second one would have been somebody found it and grabbed it, whether they dived down or it, you know, during the raging river or afterwards, they washed up a little bit and they found it. The third is maybe it's there, but it's just under some sediment, or I missed it from possibly a raging river, and then the sediment stirred things up and it just got buried. And the fourth possibility is maybe I just missed it. I tried to zoom around as much as possible, and gosh, it seems like we've been here for a couple hours at least. 2.5. Yeah. And haven't found anything. So that's kind of the battery life. You can see with me using lights pretty much 100% the whole time, 2.5 hours in and out of stabilized mode. So it kind of gives you an idea of how long this thing will last for like a search and rescue in a pond like this. But it was fun. Unfortunately, you didn't find the MAVIC, but I got some cool footage of those prawns. You may have seen the prawns over there. It seems like they like to hang out right under the waterfall there. And what was interesting too is it looked like there was a cracked bone right at the bottom of that waterfall that they were feeding on. So that would have been interesting to see. Who knows, probably a cow bone, or who knows if it's a human bone or whatever. But kind of interesting. I tried to hang out there and get some film of you know, the prawns that were hanging out there, and got some really close-up shots. But anyways, I'm going to bring this guy in, and what I want to do is check out the damage on this thing from all I've been doing. So I'm going to go back into manual mode, take it out of the water here. I almost thought I was going to be hooking up on some, you saw those logs and those branches under there. At one point I thought I hooked under a branch or a log and I was going to have a hard time getting it out, but it seemed to be fine. So let's see the lens. Wow, perfectly fine. I thought I might have been bumping into some rocks, but no scratches or damage whatsoever on the lens. This surrounding rubber protector is doing a really good job. You can see how I've been bumping into the rocks a lot right here on the 2 bottoms below the lights, but no cracked glass or plastic, whatever this stuff is. The bottom is going to be the main part. I was banging on rocks, and a little bit of scuffing on the ballast module, a little scuff there. No cracks, you know, all the cowlings and the ducts look great. No cracks, no damage whatsoever. So this is going to be a very robust craft. The tether looks fine. No issues here. Kids are swimming in the pond. But anyway, it did pretty well. Again, the FPV little jitterness once in a while is kind of irritating. Anyway guys, I'm going to call it here, and that's going to wrap it up for the search and rescue of the Gladius for the MAVIC. I may come back and try again, but I'm going to call it for this one. There they are, swimming back to shore like little helpless fish. Barely know how to swim. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Catch you later. Oh, by the way, I'll have the links in the description if you want to check out the Gladius. Pretty happy with it, and it's performing really well. Anyways, see you in the next one.